Success comes from keeping the ears open and the mouth closed. If your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it. Never lose interest in life and the world. Never allow yourself to become annoyed. Listen to these John D. Rockefeller's quotes on wealth, equality, knowledge, wisdom, hard work, success, and motivation to make your life better. The secret of success is to do the common things uncommonly well. I believe the power to make money is a gift of God. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. I would rather earn 1% off of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. The way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the streets. I always tried to turn every disaster into an opportunity. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success. The secret of success is to get up early, work late, and strike oil. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. The man who starts out simply with the idea of getting rich won't succeed. You must have a larger ambition. Do you know the only thing that gives me pleasure? It's to see my dividends coming in. There is no feeling in this world to be compared with self-reliance. Do not sacrifice that to anything else. I never would have been able to tithe the first $1 million I ever made if I had not tithed my first salary, which was $1.50 per week. Save when you can, and not when you have to. Homeopathy is a progressive and aggressive step in medicine. How much money does it take to make a man happy? Just $1 more. Competition is a sin. I would rather hire a man with enthusiasm than a man who knows everything. Oh, how blessed young men are who have to struggle for a foundation and beginning in life. I believe in the supreme worth of the individual and in his right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Character, not wealth, power, or position, is the supreme word. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun. Next to doing the right thing, the most important thing is to let people know you are doing the right thing. Get rich by taking something common and making it uncommon. Every right implies a responsibility. Every opportunity, an obligation. Every possession, a duty. Singleness of purpose is one of the chief essentials for success in life, no matter what may be one's aim. Good leadership consists of showing average people how to do the work of superior people. Common denominator for success is work. Think of giving not only as a duty, but as a privilege. I had no ambition to make a fortune. Mere money-making has never been my goal. I had an ambition to build. Charity is injurious unless it helps the recipient to become independent of it. Giving should be entered into in just the same way as investing. Giving is investing. Giving is the secret to a healthy life. Not necessarily money, but whatever a person has to give of encouragement, sympathy, and understanding. The best philanthropy is constantly in search of the finalities, a search for a cause, an attempt to cure evils at their source. There is nothing in this world that can compare with the Christian fellowship, nothing that can satisfy but Christ. I have made many millions, but they have brought me no happiness. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. I never placed my head upon the pillow at night without reminding myself that my success might only be temporary. The major fortunes in America have been made in land. A man has no right to occupy another man's time unnecessarily. I have ways of making money that you know nothing of. The best business in the world is a well-run oil company. The second best business in the world is a badly run oil company. The only question with wealth is, what do you do with it? Be sure that you are not deceiving yourself at any time about actual conditions. I believe it is a religious duty to get all the money you can fairly and honestly, to keep all you can, and to give away all you can. I have no use for men who fail. The cause of their failure is no business of mine, but I want successful men as my associates. It is wrong to assume that men of immense wealth are always happy. A man's wealth must be determined by the relation of his desires and expenditures to his income. If he feels rich on $10 and has everything else he desires, he really is rich. Long ago I lost the joy in living. The only joy I have is in my giving. I know of nothing more despicable and pathetic than a man who devotes all the hours of the waking day to the making of money for money's sake. I believe that thrift is essential to well-ordered living. The impression was gaining ground with me that it was a good thing to let the money be my slave and not make myself a slave to money. The success of each is dependent upon the success of the other. The task is simple. We will organize children and teach them in a perfect way the things their fathers and mothers are doing in an imperfect way. Our cup will truly run over only after we have sealed the character cracks. I was trained from the beginning to work, to save, and to give. I can think of nothing less pleasurable than a life devoted to pleasure. And we are never too old to study the Bible. Each time the lessons are studied comes some new meaning, some new thought, which will make us better. To think, all that power, and he wasn't even rich. When a man has accumulated a sum of money, accumulated it within the law, the government has no right to share in its earnings. Money is a way of keeping count on how well you're doing in business. It has always been my rule in business to make everything count. The poorest man I know is the man who has nothing but money. When work goes out of style, we may expect to see civilization totter and fall. Don't blame the marketing department. The buck stops with the chief executive. You know that great prejudice exists against all successful business enterprise. The more successful, the greater the prejudice. The day of combination is here to stay. Individualism has gone, never to return. After it is all over, the religion of man is his most important possession. Let the good work go on. We must ever remember we are refining oil for the poor man, and he must have it cheap and good. If my name were John D. Smith IV, I wouldn't have been elected to anything. It is very important to remember what other people tell you, not so much what you yourself already know. John Davison Rockefeller was an oil business tycoon and philanthropist. He is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern history. Thanks for watching our video on John D. Rockefeller quotes. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.